Zecca's going to have his new slogan himself, make the newsroom great again.
Make the newsroom great again. Yeah. Jim is on the line now. What have you uncovered here today, Jim? Manaske says it's quite interesting.
Good morning, guys. First of all, I'm having a nice hot cup of Daylight Donuts.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Very nice. I like
I
it.
love how you
Chuck
plug
Sedell.
sponsors, Jim. Good job.
Yeah.
Staying on
They're
target.
good people.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's the situation. I'm doing the work of the local media, which is unfortunate because they should be doing this and they should be really investigating it. What started all this, Bill, to be honest with you, a number of folks, when the mayor made that comment that he has nothing to do with this petition effort, and again, you know how I feel about term limits. I do agree with term limits. I feel the term limits that we have in place currently are working well for a number of years. Actually, the current mayor, was the first person to be term limited out of office originally, when that was passed many years ago, overwhelmingly. But again, going back to the situation where the mayor said he was humbled by the citizens' effort, a number of people had told me they've been contacted a number of times, various emails, because they were running short in the signatures by Gene Allen, who is a city employee, as we know. He works for Urban Renewal Agency, or actually the Urban Renewal Agency, a quasi city government agency. And that really threw the red flag up. I said, what is going on here? Why? This is not a citizen effort.
Do you think the effort is coming from the mayor himself and the people that have jobs?
Yeah, and I'll lead to that, and I'll tell you why, and I'll give you the list of the hit parade of the folks that actually collected the signatures, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But so we did actually, after hearing all this, our group that meets on a regular basis, as you know, our concerned citizens, did a FOIL request, a Freedom of Information request on the petitions, copies of the petitions. They were immediately denied and said that the petitions have not all been filed, so we can't release any of them until they're officially certified and filed. There were 2 rounds of petitions. This all started in April, believe it or not. And here it is, August, and they haven't filed all the proper petition signatures in. So now they claim that that's all done, but that was multiple months, much more time than anyone has ever given to get petitions for elected office.
Yeah.
So we did get the petition. Then we were told you have to pay $34 for copies of the petitions.
That's true, and that's fair.
A lot of the folks didn't have that money. I said, I will pay for that. Just pick it up, and we'll go through everything and take a look.
That is it. You can with Freedom of Information Act, municipalities can charge for providing, right?
For the copies of the paper.
For the copies of it, yeah.
Charge like 25 cents a copy,
per copy,
which
yeah.
is, for most folks, is a little difficult. They do have the option to scan it. They have a scanner, and they could scan all documents and give you electronic copies now at no charge. And a lot of municipalities do. Whenever I'm foiled of information in Madison County, we immediately get it out to folks, no problems at all. We scan it when we can, or if we have electronic files, they get the information quickly.
Right. Okay,
so we're getting off of it. But
to the point, what did you discover?
After going through the whole petition, all the petitions, we found, here's the hit parade of the people that were carrying the petition that the mayor says he's humbled by the citizen effort. Frank Miola, chairman of the Democratic Party, big carrier of the petitions. Susan Palmieri, wife of Mayor Palmieri, and the mayor actually signed on page 20 of this list, line 8, signed the petition himself, personally.
Wow.
Ashley Bizzari, secretary in the mayor's office. Many signature pages were a statement of witness from her. Gene Allen, many pages, Urban Renewal Agency. Chris Lawrence, the planner for the City of Utica, many pages submitted by him. Andy Brindisi, another employee of Urban Renewal Agency, many petitions submitted by him. Deborah Morehouse, the wife of the comptroller, and the comptroller himself carried petitions and signed the petition. Dave Testa, councilman in the 2nd District, carried petitions, Democrat council candidate. So apparently he's in favor of extending the term limit. So we'll make that clear. Paul Buckley, city employee, also listed. We're still going through the petition.
Did Paul carry or just sign?
Paul carried.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's public documents. These are all public documents. I've got copies of all the documents if anybody would like to see them. The other question is people are asking me, I don't know if this is true or not, but the number that Gene Allen was using for contacting him for these petitions, it starts with a 534 number, which usually is a city cell number.
A city issued?
I don't know that for a fact.
Are you saying a city issued cell? A city issued cell phone number?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. Can you get us the
That's
exact?
what people are asking. I don't know that. We need to find that out.
Can you get us the phone number?
Yeah, I think. It was in that email that Gene Allen sent to everyone. I mean, it was public information that he sent out, asking people to do that second effort drive to get the signatures. They were desperate to get the number of signatures.
I don't have that email.
So.
All right, I need that.
I have his number, but
I
not
need
that
email.
Well, he might have
like
texted us that.
Compare numbers, okay?
I texted. I just.
Where you're going with this is this should not be. This whole petition process probably should not be done on a city phone.
Obviously, no. You shouldn't be doing that on a city phone or city time. You can't say that any of them have done it on city time, but certainly this is not a public or a citizen effort. Yeah, there were a few citizens that I did see in there. I'm familiar with some of the folks that carried, but a lot of them are, again, tied in some way or another to the mayor. Either their child has a job with the mayor or it's the family and friend plan all over again. Every time we talk about this and every time there's a new administration, the same thing happens over and over and over again. And this is just another good example.
In fairness, people who support the mayor would want to carry his petition, right? I mean, just to be fair. But I think if you're exposing anything, it is the fact that the mayor has signed it, that his wife is actually carrying a petition. The fact that this might not be this organic movement that we have had portrayed by the mayor.
Exactly. That's the point I'm getting. And then Bill Morehouse himself signed the petition, carried the petition. His wife signed the petition, carried the petition. I mean, it's all self-serving politics, as usual, in the city of Utica.
Jim, I'll play devil's advocate here. First off, you said some of the petitions were carried by Morehouse, his wife, the mayor's wife. You mentioned some city officials, Gene Allen. Were there petitions carried by just average Joe citizens in the city?
Yeah, you said some.
From what I could see, yes, but I don't know what the relationship is, and other people are looking at these petitions right now.
But even if they had
I may not know that there's a lot of new city employees. I don't know who they are.
And some people,
at this point in time.
For someone to be inspired to carry a petition, you have to have some relationship.
Yeah, you have to have some support.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's any shocker.
Or if you do believe in term limits or extending the term limits, I could understand that. I mean, there are issues that people feel strongly about, and they will go out and do it.
Right.
I mean, I'm involved in a lot of things myself where people get
involved.
You know that.
I'm not saying this. I'm just not. I don't believe this is as sinister as one might think. However, the big point is the mayor has.
When I listed all of those city employees, that's not.
Well,
not a problem with that.
He's agreeing with what you're saying, but he's not. He's not going all the way.
Correct. I can't go as far to say that this is something illegal or sinister. However,
no, I'm not saying it's illegal or sinister.
Let me finish. However, I shut you off. However, the mayor did come out and say that this was the community that stepped up. He had nothing to do with it, and this would prove that is not true. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll supply you with the copies of the petitions if you'd like to see them. That's not a problem.
We would.
You could have someone stop in.
I'm not paying for them. We're not paying for them.
No, that's quite all right. We'll make
fee
copies.
is too damn
not
high.
a problem at all.
So, and Jim, but let me ask you this. Here's, I think, the bigger question that could be more sinister. All these city employees you named, are they collecting signatures on city time, or are they doing this in their own time?
I can't prove that. I can't say that, and I don't want to say that. But you kind of question. Again, so many city employees carrying these petitions, and you think about it, it's to their benefit. A lot of these people that I talked about work at the pleasure of the mayor. They could be fired tomorrow or kept their position. So if the mayor leaves, their positions are susceptible to be replaced.
And that's
mostly appointed positions.
And that's the way of the political. That's
that's
politics. 101. That's just the way it works.
I'm just trying to bring that point out that there is an incentive for people to carry those petitions. I think maybe one out of the list that I went through might be a civil service position, but I'm not positive.
Well, and Morehouse's is an elected position, so you can cross him off the list.
All right, James, thank you. We appreciate it. Interesting. Get us those petitions. We'd like to talk to people on it next week, okay?
We definitely will. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thanks. And again, to reiterate, there's no light bulb going off here that people who they have jobs with a certain administration, the fear is when that administration is gone, you might not have that job anymore. That happens.
Yeah.
So to think that they would want the administration back in, that's not anything bad. That's just normal, I would think. It's normal in politics.
He is right, though, that the portrayal of this.
Time.
What's that?
If they're doing it on city time, I'm not sure if that's kosher.
I agree, and he mentioned personal cell phone or the city cell phone maybe being used to solicit some of these. But the other
not
thing,
kosher.
The other thing is that the idea, as you said, the portrayal that this was a grassroots, we want the mayor back.
That's the
thing.
big issue.
Right.
Because the mayor came on this program and said, I have nothing to do with it. I am honored that these people have come out and are trying to, because they're so happy with the job I'm doing, that they're coming out to try to extend my stay as mayor of Utica. To me, that is that's showing you that all these people carrying, they're pretty tight with the mayor. Yeah. And this doesn't seem to be some organic thing. I love the word organic we're all using now.